Welcome to Prime Bio, where we break down the biggest fights in MMA. UFC 317 is about to set the lightweight division. On fire with a clash no one saw coming this soon. Charles Oliveira versus Ilia El Matador Topuria for the vacant lightweight title. Why's the belt up for grabs? Because Islam Makhachev is chasing welterweight gold, leaving the 155-pound throne wide open. Two absolute killers are stepping into the cage on June 28, 2025 at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. And only one will walk out as champion. Will it be the veteran with the most finishes in UFC history? Or the undefeated phenom looking to cement his legacy? Stick around to find out why this fight is a must-watch. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join the Prime Bio crew for all things MMA. UFC 317 is the crown jewel of International Fight Week, and the main event is pure chaos waiting to happen. Charles Oliveira, the Brazilian submission wizard, faces Ilia Topuria, the Spanish-Georgian knockout artist, for the vacant lightweight title. The belt's vacant because Islam Makhachev is moving up to welterweight to challenge Jack Della Maddalena, shaking up the division and opening the door for a new king. This fight isn't just about gold. It's about legacy, pride, and defining the next era of the lightweight division. Let's talk about Charles Oliveira. This guy's story is straight out of a movie. Once labeled a quitter who couldn't handle pressure, Oliveira flipped the script with one of the most insane win streaks in UFC history. He holds the record for the most finishes, 20, and submissions, 16 in the UFC. He submitted Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, and tapped out Justin Gaethje after dropping him with a right hand at UFC 274. Even in his loss to Makhachev at UFC 280, he bounced back by demolishing Beneil Dariush in 2023 and outclassing Chandler again at UFC 309 last year. Oliveira's fighting style is chaos personified. He thrives in wild scrambles, pressuring opponents with strikes and hunting for submissions. His jiu-jitsu is world-class. Get caught in a bad spot and you're done. But here's the catch. Oliveira gets hit. A lot. He's been rocked or hurt in almost every fight during his title run. That's where doubters see a crack in his armor, especially against a sniper like Topuria. Still, betting against Bronx is risky. As Michael Chandler, who's lost to Oliveira twice, put it, "You don't bet against Charles Oliveira because he's so dang good everywhere." The undefeated phenom. Now meet Ilia Topuria, the 16-0 former featherweight champion who's taken the UFC by storm. This guy doesn't just win, he obliterates. At UFC 298, he knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, one of the greatest featherweights ever to claim the 145-pound belt. Then, at UFC 308, he became the first fighter to knock out Max Holloway, a man with an iron chin. Topuria vacated his featherweight title to chase lightweight gold, and he's not easing into the division. He's diving headfirst into a title fight with Oliveira. Topuria's style is calculated destruction. His boxing is razor-sharp, with a right hand that's ended careers. He's got power, precision, and elite grappling to match. Unlike Oliveira's chaotic approach, Topuria controls the pace, cuts angles, and lands clean. He's only gone the distance twice in his 16-fight career, with 6 knockouts and 8 submissions. A recent training video showed off his new lightweight physique, and he's looking like a beast at 155 pounds. Topuria is so confident he even asked fans, submitting Oliveira or knocking him out. This fight is a clash of styles and generations. Oliveira, 35, is the seasoned veteran with 46 fights and a knack for defying the odds. Topuria, 28, is the young lion, undefeated and hungry to make history as a 2-division champion. Oliveira's game plan will likely be to drag Topuria into deep waters, force a brawl, create scrambles, and hunt for submissions. He's got the edge in experience and cardio, especially if this goes past round 3. Topuria, though, wants to keep it clean. His precise striking could exploit Oliveira's habit of getting hit, If he lands that right hand, it could be lights out. Demetrius Johnson, one of the greatest to ever do it, thinks Oliveira could find success in the clinch, where Topuria's power might be neutralized. But Johnson still leans toward Topuria winning, citing his explosiveness. Odds makers agree, listing Topuria as a 380 favorite over Oliveira's plus 300 underdog status. The stakes are massive. For Oliveira, a win means reclaiming the lightweight title and proving he's still the division's kingpin. He's already called out a knockout, saying, "I will knock this guy out," reminding fans he dropped Justin Gaethje before finishing. For Topuria, it's about becoming a two-division champ, joining the likes of McGregor, Cormier, and Nunes. A win cements him as the UFC's next superstar. The lightweight division is watching closely. With Makhachev gone, the winner becomes the new face of 155 pounds. Names like Arman Tsarukyan, who's ready to serve as a backup fighter for UFC 317. Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett are lurking, waiting for their shot. This fight will shape the division's future. The MMA world is buzzing. Sean O'Malley calls it a coin flip. Your heart says Charles, your brain says Ilia. Merab Dvalishvili's coach, John Wood, picks Topuria, saying Oliveira's style plays into Ilia's strengths. Mateusz Gamrot, however, backs Oliveira, believing his experience could be the difference. Joe Rogan warned fans not to count out Oliveira, pointing to his resilience and finishing ability. Topuria's confidence is sky high, but Oliveira's been written off before, and he's made a career out of proving people wrong. What's the X factor? For Oliveira, it's his ability to thrive in chaos. If he can turn this into a gritty, ugly fight, his jiu-jitsu and heart could steal it. For Topuria, it's his adaptability. Moving up to lightweight, he's bulked up without losing speed, and his training footage shows he's ready for war. Plus, Topuria's mental game is strong. He's already taunting Oliveira, even apologizing for what he plans to do in the cage. UFC 317 isn't just about the main event. The co-main features flyweight champ Alexandre Pantoja defending his belt against Kai Kara France. The card's stacked with bangers like Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov and Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. Expect a wild night in Vegas with International Fight Week bringing the hype to another level. This fight is a toss-up. Oliveira's experience and submission game make him a nightmare, but Topuria's youth, power, and precision are terrifying. If Oliveira drags it into a dogfight, he could pull off the upset. If Topuria stays sharp and lands clean, he might be celebrating under the Vegas lights as a two-division champ. One thing's certain, UFC 317 will be unforgettable. So who you got? Will Charles Oliveira shock the world again and reclaim his throne? Or is Ilia Topuria the future of the lightweight division? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's get the Prime Bio community buzzing. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to Prime Bio, and hit the bell so you never miss a fight preview, breakdown, or update. Share this video with your fight crew, and let's get ready for UFC 317 on June 28. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.